Welcome. Today is Sunday, November 2nd, 9, not so much Eastern. We'd never start on time at this point. I feel like I should just say question marks. But anyhow, episode 205 of the Sundering. What do we have on deck tonight? It's a little bit different format for this evening, but that's okay. We are going to have a fireside chat with some awesome people involved in Roll the Podcast. And then, of course, we are going to make sure that we get in your FOFs, questions, and what have you. Let's get the clown roar rolling.
The Sundering is an explicit podcast which may not be suitable for children, people with delicate sensibilities, animals under 10 pounds, certain towns in Idaho, citizens of Liechtenstein, members of the clergy, fans of the show Cop Rock, and vegans.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Well, let's start the insanity.
This is the Sundering Podcast with your host, Seraphis.
Self-replicating bacon. I don't like fat chicks cutting my hair because we wouldn't want it to get weird or anything.
Rapist.
He adds to the show and everyone gets upset. This is great.
I know they say this, but I don't care.
And Xia.
Hi, Slurp. I'm so full of hate. I'm not sure what a podcast is. Slavery is different than a fish.
I'm so happy I sent you that.
Alright, so someone stole my Microsoft Office and they will pay. You have my word. I'm Seraphis. Ray is not here tonight. We gave him the night off because of reasons.
Yep. We don't want to see his face.
That dirty fush. Anyway, so I told her she was drawing her eyebrows too high and she looked very surprised. It's Xia. And our guests, she hosts one of the best community engagement websites and will be one of the awesome hosts at World of Podcasts. It's Darrie from Open Raid. Welcome.
What's up, guys?
Woo!
And he is the master of the green screen. His voice creates precipitation.
Woo.
He is the guy who puts the D in D20, the second MC of World of Podcasts. It's Wil from D20 Credit, Big Nerdy, and all the other stuff that he does.
Good evening.
And I do believe Rho is going to be joining us later. So for those of you who don't know, we brought Rho in this year for World of Podcast to organize and manage the panels because it was a huge pain in the ass for us to do it last year, and we just didn't want to do it again.
And he knows everyone, so it just sort of lent itself.
And then he realized what a giant pain in the ass it was.
Yeah. It's
So who do we got in the chat room tonight?
Yeah, so tonight we have Adam, Chef, and then Wil and Darrie, who didn't have choices in the matter. Dr. Dre, who we may be seeing on Wednesday for the baconing. Block, home brewed, legendary. I feel sorry for Slaters. It's gonna be a nightmare. Left Tit, Rev, Spidey, Tar, Thea. I can't remember how I decided I wanted to pronounce these names. We're just going to say the Toast Postcran, Twin Blade Dan, Uthgarad, Velvet Dove, and Wow Hulhauser. Welcome.
All right.
Welcome to the madness.
Yes, and real quick, administrative items. If you are buying something on Amazon, Newegg, Jinx, or Groupon, and it's the holidays, just click through the links on our site. It's no money out of your pocket, and it's more money for us to pay bandwidth costs, so we appreciate it. And, of course, for those of you who are watching, you'll notice that our overlay is slightly different. You'll see that there is a little roaring fire going on. Why? And that's because it's a fireside chat tonight, guys. We're not really covering any news. We're just going to chat with folks. We're going to have a good time. And then we'll get to your files and pros, because I know you guys have rage. And
yes.
I would never deprive you all of spewing your rage. So let's get into it. We're going to start with our guests. Darrie, how's your week been?
My week has been pretty eventful, definitely. I wish I could say it was WoW eventful. I haven't logged into WoW in a while, being quite busy with things. But yes, it's been good. I've had a very good week. So, and next week it's going to be even better.
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
so ready. My laundry is not ready.
No!
The rest, I'm working on it.
Have you started packing it all? Do you know?
No, I was telling chat room, I started laundry, and so I have piles, and I'll spend the next 2 days moving the piles from room to room, and then I'll put them in a bag eventually. So that's kind of how it goes. So yes, I'll be ready.
All right, Wil, what about yourself?
I'm pumped. I've not been WoW busy for reasons. I'm assuming we're doing FOSS tonight because I have the biggest FOF on the planet.
Oh, I got some.
Nice.
Good, okay, because I've got a big WoW FOF going on. So which has been sort of my stress of the week. But on the good side, I've had about 4 beers already, and I realised I haven't actually eaten today.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm feeling great. Whatever stresses of the week, they've melted away. I'm here.
Lovely.
And of course, Xia, your week.
Yeah, it's been a good week. I've got a little bit of a. I was telling some of the guys earlier, I burned the candle at both ends. I had to go back to Kentucky for a bachelorette party, as Will found out because I was, oh, you got that apple because you know. I was sending him messages about his wife.
Ooh.
So yeah, I was a little wild last night. But it's been a good week. Not much really going on other than World of Podcast items. I have.
Did you almost say World of Porkcast? Because I would be okay with World.
Awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I would go to that.
I would too.
Yeah.
I'll make the thing.
World of Porkcast and podcast.
World
also,
of Porkcast.
I need right there, buddy. Yeah, so I gotta go work on some stuff for that tomorrow. And as Darrie has mentioned, I also need to start packing, do some laundry, things of that nature. So just kind of play catch up. But otherwise, not much WoW in my life currently. Because I just haven't been able to. Been playing a little bit of Borderlands when I can still, but yeah, and dirty texting. Yes, the bacon.
Nice.
Squeeze it.
I'm bacon.
Thank you.
Adam's not sure what a porkcast is. Well, after a few beers, we'll show you.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I believe you have a story for us about your face.
Well, I mean, so I played World of Warcraft a good bit. I played Hearthstone. I have played Destiny on my PS4.
Good job.
And I got this Drinking Quest Trilogy Edition.
Oh, can we bring it with you?
I am going to bring it with me. And I also want to say that I got it came with this awesome little map. But on the back of it, it says, "Fact, listening to the Sundering podcast cures hangovers." And it's signed by Jason Anarchy, who did who made the game. He sent that to us.
Sweet.
So I got that, and of course there's the thing that says there is a problem with this call, and it's like overlaid on top of my picture. So I'm looking over the bar. That's awesome. Anyway, so I'm sure. Oh, yep, there goes. See, Will, this is why I asked you to host a call instead of her, because her internet is bullplop, I tell you. And now I got this really awesome bar that's covering like my face. I'm like Wilson from a Home Improvement.
Wow,
that's a flashback.
That is it, right?
Yeah, see, you guys can't tell, but everyone on the stream can tell that like I'm like looking like over the fence. But no, so the big news is today, against my better judgment, I even with a bum knee, I went to go play tackle football with my friends because we do that every year, and did not end well. I took an elbow to the eye, and now I have stitches. 3. In fact, and they put me on pain meds for the next for today, Monday, and Tuesday, which is great. By the way, and now all the video is completely messed up because Zia just dropped out, which is just awesome. I'm okay, but Will and Darrie are completely off center.
Oh.
So we'll hope that she rejoins. I hate screen regions sometimes so much. But yeah, so I took an elbow to the eye, gashed it open. Trust me, I have pictures of pre-stitch and after-stitch. And, yeah, so I went to the hospital. They gave me that, and I'm on painkillers for the next 2 days, which is why I'm drinking Propel right now instead of beer, which saddens me greatly.
I will have plenty for you. How's that?
That's fine. You drink plenty of beer, and I will catch up on Wednesday when I am when I am out there. I feel
I'm
like
still-
I'm going to. I feel
I'm
like
still
I'm gonna
not supposed to
this.
drink until the 10th, and I'm just like, that can't happen. We must start drinking on the 5th, and doctors be damned. So
Oh, and there's.
I had my tonsils
She's
out,
back,
Chapman.
and she completely messed up the video.
Sorry about that.
You go with the Irish 10th.
Yeah, the Irish 10th. The
is
Irish
fine.
10th was October.
That was, yeah, you're
Right.
good.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yes, so I am very much looking forward to Wednesday. And I believe my flight leaves the terminal at Atlanta Airport that has a bar in it. So, and it's open all the time. I may take advantage of it. So, Will, I apologize for the state I'll be in when I arrive.
Okay, we're gonna go find a bar when you arrive too. So
That's fine too. Yes,
Yeah.
Tarkonis is upset. People are upset that I'm not drinking. I am, and Chef Fulgen said I was their creepy neighbor. So it's true. I probably am. But no. So that's been my week. This was the fun part. My daughter said, she's like, "Let me give you hugs. They'll make you all better." And she's like, "You all better now?" And I'm like, "Not really, but
Aw.
but I was like, it helps. I'm like, keep giving me hugs. It helps." Look, I'm not gonna break her spirits. I see what you two parents are doing. You're judging me. You're judging McJudgensteins down there.
Will, you're such an asshole.
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
hey, I got the blue shirt on too.
Oh, you do.
Color match. I know, and no pants on.
Wait, we're not supposed to wear pants. It's a podcast. I don't care if it is video. Anyway, so what are we going to do tonight? We are not going to be chatting about news because really, let's be honest. Well, we can incorporate some of the news.
Yeah.
So we have World of Podcasts in just a few days, 4 days, right?
I'm so nervous.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday
Thursday.
is the day. So as the MCs, Will, Darrie, how are you guys feeling?
I'm stoked. Super excited.
Are you nervous at all about speaking? Are either one of you? I know you're just like, fuck it, I don't care. But Darrie, how are you feeling?
No, I was a broadcasting major. I'm all right. I'll be all right.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm
That's
excited.
how we knew you'd be good for it because you can like command. You command
Oh.
a room. So.
No, it'll be awesome. And by 7, I'll probably be about 10 deep, so it'll be on.
We're all gonna be drunk up there,
Yeah.
like I'm fucking podcasting.
It'll
It's
be.
great.
It will be on. Definitely.
And you're on first, Darrie. This is the thing. Like I'm gonna,
Right?
I'm signing off the night.
I know.
Lord
I'll be
help us.
heckling you by the end, probably. Boo! Get off the stage.
I can't wait to see you all. Like, oh, it's gonna be awesome.
No, it's
gonna be
gonna be super. So I'm definitely excited.
Mhm.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to meet people and
So excited to meet people.
just hang out with you guys, like everybody, the guys in the chat room, and just it's just gonna be so much fun talking to everybody who's gonna be there. It's gonna be a lot of people.
So
Gonna be
Yes,
buzzing.
there is.
So I gotta ask you, with BlizzCon right around the corner here, this is a time when all the trademarks and new copyright and whatnot for Blizzard kind of starts
Yes.
popping up. So
There's some news today.
So we've gotten two. One where they trademarked Eye of Ashara, and the other one is Overwatch. So Darrie and Will, what do you guys kind of think those are going to be, and how are you going to kind of work that into World of Podcasts?
Go ahead, Will.
So I'm going to go completely left wing because I know it's going to be completely wrong, and then I can stand proud that I was wrong. Well, one of them is going to be a completely new mobile app that will be for Android only to make up for the fact that they took so long getting it to Android with Hearthstone. And the other one, it's we've had books, we've had films. This is going to be a cartoon that's going to be run on Nickelodeon.
Oh.
Does that help?
Well, I'm glad
No.
you went first. So.
Hello.
I don't know. I think Overwatch is. I don't know. That sounds more maybe StarCraft.
Oh, of course, Ro.
Yeah. Is Ro here?
It looks like Ro is here.
Yep.
Sorry, I know I probably screwed up your overlay or something.
That's okay,
Hold
I
on.
messed it up. I left the call and had to come back, so I started everything off for you. So
We're off to an excellent start.
Well, as always on the Sundering.
There we go. All right. Well, it's kind of working. Oh, well.
Oh, there, them eyebrows.
Well. See, the problem is. All right. So anyway, so we were talking about Eye of Ashara and Overwatch and how Will and Darrie are going to fit that in and talk about it. And while that's going on, I apologize to everyone watching the video because I'm going to be playing around with the video, so you're going to see how the sausage is made.
I love that saying. It's just funny when you say it.
Well, it's funny because people usually expect bacon out of me and not sausage, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I have Ashara Overwatch Android only. Will, you were saying?
Me? Yeah. Obviously, I was joking about my guess. For those that took me seriously, I really think one is going to be related to probably a book. And the other one, I think it could be like a StarCraft IP. I don't think we're going to be looking at a new IP personally. They don't feel obviously Shara doesn't, but they don't feel grand enough to be a new IP. So I think that's out the window. I think Overwatch could be something Hearthstone possibly related. I'm like 30% with that. It sounds like it could definitely fit into World of Warcraft. But that would be kind of crazy considering we've just got a new expansion coming out. So that really leaves StarCraft in my mind. We're not going to have an expansion for Heroes. That much I can tell you with the technical alpha still in play.
What if Overwatch is Hearthstone or Diablo?
Well, here's the thing. I've been pushing for the Diablo thing, and I've been poo-pooed about it a lot because I think that they said when Diablo came out that every 18 months we were going to release 2 expansions 18 months apart. They hit it on the head with the first one. 18 months for the second one would be in 10 months' time, and this would be a great time to announce it. But everyone's been poo-pooing me, so now I'm doubting myself, and I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Darrie?
Yes.
Your thoughts?
She does it too. Yes, I like you.
Well, I was also thinking that Eye of Ashara would probably be the next Hearthstone expansion. I know it's really easy to jump and say, oh my god, it's the new WoW expansion. And maybe it is. But I don't think Blizzard would show their hand that soon in that way. They would like, I think, the surprise. So my guess is that it is Hearthstone related. And Overwatch doesn't sound Diablo-y to me. It sounds more StarCraft. It just doesn't fit. It feels more military. I mean, it's got that feel, something that's StarCraft. And I mean, it's time StarCraft's turn. If everyone's taking turns fairly. So yeah. I think I'm going with Hearthstone. I'd love to be surprised, but.
Do you think one of them could be like another book coming out, or a graphic novel or something along those lines?
No, because they're categorized as computer games for the trademarks.
Exactly.
So I don't think you're going to see a book. You're definitely going to see some sort of game of some kind.
And you may not be off the mark with a mobile game. I mean, look how huge Hearthstone was, for the iPad. So. It really may be something. It's a road that they go down, and a free-to-play app, maybe set in a StarCraft universe. I mean, I don't know. Just that maybe something like that would be really interesting.
We've seen 3 different trademarks for Overwatch, which is why the latest one is within printed matter. So it does fall into that category. Which would fall for graphic novels and novels, and we've seen that with previous ones. Which is the only reason why I said that. It wasn't back in April, but it was when it was trademarked on October 24th. It falls under the printed matter category.
I think that lends Overwatch to more of the possibility being a new IP, though, because if it has multiple trademark filings for not just computer games, but also for printed materials and such, to me that feels like they're setting up the foundation for starting up a new IP altogether. They want to have their printed material trademarks set so that they can have some books out establishing the lore and the setting of the world where Overwatch takes place, along with having the game itself.
Fair point.
Yeah, now I see. I was like right on the boat with Darrie about things, and now you had to come in and say that, Rho.
I know.
Yeah.
As far as I kind of jumped in a little late on the conversation, but as far as Eye of Ashara goes, there is a fair argument for it to be WoW or Hearthstone. If you look at MMO Champion or Hearthstone, they kind of went down the rabbit hole and said, well, if you look at the Ashara zone on the map, the eye is where the Horde symbol is, and that's where Bilgewater Harbor is, and that's goblins, and they have a goblin-themed card back coming out, and all these mechanical teasers that were sent to the fan sites. So maybe Eye of Ashara is the Hearthstone expansion, and it focuses on goblins and engineering. It could easily be the WoW expansion for 7.0 because we've heard Tom Chilton talk about 2 raid tiers, faster expansions coming out, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I think it's a third option. I still believe that Warcraft 4 is going to be announced at BlizzCon, and I feel that Eye of Ashara is going to be the name of Warcraft 4. I feel that the story can take place at the same time as World of Warcraft, and a lot of people are wondering how the heck you pull that off. Well, if you have an expansion or two where the players are mostly doing stuff outside of Azeroth, you can have a story take place on Azeroth lore-wise and just gradually transition things. So while we're doing stuff on Draenor and who knows wherever the heck we go next, Emerald Dream, Argus, who knows what, they can say, okay, and during this span of time that those expansions took place, the events of Warcraft 4 happened. And of course they could incorporate some of that into the game as well gradually.
You know, and I tend to agree with Rho because on Azeroth Pirate Radio, and I think on our last episode here, I've mentioned that Warcraft 4 RTS would be a good bridge story between the end of Draenor and the next expansion, and that's how that's like the only way I could really see it working right now in the universe is they had to use that as a story bridge between expansions. So yeah, I can see that working. I am still hopeful that that will be on tablets, so I can once again never leave the bathroom.
I would like to see that happen. A lot of times when a new project comes out, we hear that Blizzard staff members are working on a secret project. And of course, a lot of people just stopped working on Titan. What are those people working on now, right? So you have a group of staff members not doing anything. Well, of course they're doing something. Maybe you're right. Maybe we just found out what it is they've been doing.
Can I ask a quick poll, just of everybody here, and even those in the chat room? Because there's a huge divide with the D20 Crit team about this very subject of this gap that is in the time slot of following the announcement. There's this big gap, and there's a big divide on that it won't be filled or that it will be filled. And I can see, I'm totally on the fence about it because I can see either side. I'm looking at it as both somebody who would run an event and somebody who wants to see something. I can see both sides of it. I just want to know what you guys feel because I think it's a worthy. If something's going to be big announced, this could be a good place to do it. But is it just really a blank space?
No, I think that the gaps are for Overwatch. Both the big gap after the opening ceremony and the gaps on the Saturday schedule. I think that's to help bring people up to speed on what Overwatch is all about. I think even if Eye of Ashara gets announced, well, that's assuming Eye of Ashara is not Warcraft 4. You see, while I say I want it to be Warcraft 4, I'm still doubtful of that. If Eye of Ashara is Warcraft 4, then that's what's following the opening ceremony. If it's not Warcraft 4, Overwatch is what's following the opening ceremony, and Eye of Ashara, whatever it is going to be mentioned pretty much just about in name alone, unless it's the Hearthstone thing, then it'll be in the Hearthstone panel. And basically what I'm saying is if Eye of Ashara is WoW 7.0, it's not going to be playable as a demo. You're not even going to learn that much about it, save for the name.
So what we're kind of talking about Overwatch, I want to throw this out. On Wikipedia, Overwatch is the state of one small unit or military vehicle supporting another unit while they're executing fire and movement tactics. An overwatching or supporting unit has taken a position where it can observe terrain ahead. So I'm wondering, is this going to be potentially like an XCOM type game where you can kind of position, like a real-time strategy type game where you're positioning units because you can see kind of what the enemy is doing and try and plan out tactics that way? Will it live in the StarCraft universe? So I think there's a lot of different possibilities for.
I don't see them launching a new title. I think they went down that road with Titan, and I just don't see anything new happening when they have these huge franchises. They're so successful. They're about to launch another one with Heroes. It doesn't make any sense to launch a completely new universe as far as a game.
Not necessarily a new universe, but what if they were using the same universe? What if they were using like the StarCraft universe and they were using Overwatch as maybe like a mobile app companion?
Yeah, exactly.
And I really think that Overwatch is set in the StarCraft universe is incredibly likely.
Yeah.
I want to see more mobile games coming out.
Definitely.
Or more, even like an interaction with, and this is something I really stand by, to see pet battles. That should become something that we see on our mobile devices, because even for those who pay their $14.99 a month, people will pay their Blizzard subscription just to play pet battles.
I'd probably do it if I had it on mobile, actually.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah.
Right, and so I think at that point it becomes a no-brainer of, okay, we can sustain revenue from people who maybe would normally drop out or bring in new people, yet it's all built on modules, so the system's in place. In my mind, I think that would be an announcement I would like to hear. Don't think we'll hear it, but that's what I would like to hear.
Somebody in the chat room brought this up, and it made me think of Dust 514 with CCP, and how you have a first-person shooter, and then you have Eve, the MMO, and how cool it would be if you did have something that was like a multi-platform thing, or like you're saying, well, where it's mobile. I think Will, or you said it, Cer, where it's mobile and it's involved in the same universe, but it's a totally different style, like a different genre of a game, but in a related universe. That would be really, really cool.
I mean, with the level of tactics and military discussions going on with Warlords of Draenor, I wouldn't necessarily rule out that it's a mobile game that is in the Warcraft universe either, if they're going to try and implement something to that effect. I think Overwatch, because Warcraft is based in the RTS world, and they have said that there are going to be things with garrisons where you have to fend off attacks from your garrison. Overwatch could be something where they're tying in the garrison to with potentially like tablets and cell phones, possibly.
If that's what it is, you're a freaking genius. I feel that's a stretch.
Hey,
if that's what it is, you're a genius, and
hey.
I owe you 10. I'll say right now, if Overwatch ends up being a Warcraft property, and I really don't think it is, sir, I will ship you 10 pounds of bacon. That is how confident I am that Overwatch is not Warcraft.
You know what? That is a verbal contract right there. That is a verbal.
I will do it.
I have witnesses.
If Overwatch is Warcraft related,
I accept.
All right.
We've all here. We bore witness to this agreement.
All right. So beyond the new IPs.
Yes.
So Will and Darrie. You know, and Rho, because like you missed it, but earlier I said we brought you in to manage the panels because last year we decided it was too much of a pain in the ass. So we said, thank God Rho wants to do it because we don't want to do it.
And then I realized how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Yep, sure is. And so what do you? I guess what have been like your biggest struggles with getting the panels together, and what has been like. What have you been really thrilled with as it's coming together, as you're planning for what you're going to talk about, what you guys are going to do?
The biggest hurdle for in planning this has been communication. When you're trying to coordinate, when you're trying to talk to 30 some odd different people, some people check their email more frequently than others. Some people don't check their spam or trash folders when they get emails, so on and so forth. So communication was a big deal. I usually more often than not end up just resorting to Twitter and direct messages, and I'd have more success that way. Once people got connected once people were checking out Google documents for the planned panels and such like that, and I was seeing them starting to toss around ideas, answer questions, brainstorm and stuff. I just really loved how things were coming together. In particular, the panel for content creation. We originally had a podcasting panel, and then that just seemed so big that we decided, well, why don't we split up one into just focusing on podcasts and one focusing on other content creation like streaming, YouTube's, that kind of stuff. And there's just, I guess you could say that the biggest challenge for the participants is going to be trying to keep the panel to 25 minutes. And that's actually kind of more a challenge for Wil and Darrie as well, because, I mean, there's so many questions. Trying to do, like, essentially mini podcasts with 4 or 5 hosts in that such a short time, it's basically podcast speed dating.
I believe Darrie and I put in a requisition for the Graham Norton chair for all of the guests, so we can just press the button and get rid of them real quick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, obviously, I don't think that we're going to only be able to, like, scratch the surface with some of these topics, and half the questions that people thought up of may not get answered. But I think the most important thing about the panels and World of Podcasts is it helps establish a tone and an atmosphere where podcasters from different shows are coming together, they're exchanging and sharing ideas, and it's also meant to be kind of casual and relaxed and just having fun with things. If things don't go exactly as planned, exactly as written out, that's fine, as long as people are having fun and enjoying themselves. A great example of this is when I was originally planning this, I figured, okay, well, let's have 2 MCs, and let's have one MC take care of half the panels and the other take care of the other half the panels. That way, neither person has to be there for the whole thing. Well, about, I want to say, 2 weeks ago, I'm talking to Wil and Darrie about this, and they basically told me something to the effect of, well, we both don't mind being around for more or less the whole thing, and taking breaks as needed and letting one person take the lead when the other does.
Troopers.
And
so I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, fine.
I think it's definitely a challenge with 25-minute panels, but I think this is a real opportunity not just to appeal to people who are already familiar with these panel guests. This is a great venue to introduce people to podcasts. There are so many, by far the majority of Blizzard game players do not listen to podcasts. And so this is a chance to let these people be heard, to introduce themselves, what they do, what they bring to the community, and really try to grow the podcast audience. So, I hope that that's something that, as hosts, I know that's going to be one thing I'm focusing on. I want to bring out the best in these people, the best that I can in a short period of time. I get those people tuning in, get those downloads happening. So many people are live podcasting now, like this. Yeah. And, need those viewers, those revenue dollars, those subscriptions, and you're not going to get those without kind of giving these people a chance to talk about themselves and why you should come and listen to this person. So that's kind of going to be my goal as a host, is just to let the panelists shine and hopefully, introduce them to people that have never heard about WoW podcasts or Diablo podcasts, etc.
It's interesting that you bring up the whole...
That was so well said.
I was going to say, it's interesting that you bring up the whole, like, revenue thing and stuff, because one thing I think people are going to see is amongst the range of podcasters that are involved in this, you have podcasters that are in this just purely for the passion and for the fun of it, and then you're also going to have content creators that have really elaborate setups going on, that have really well produced content going on. Bay from Final Boss is a good example of that with the stuff he's putting out there. Well, we're going to have Icy Veins on the panel too, and the shows that are being represented here just cover such a wide spectrum, from the casual to the serious, in terms of both content and just the way people produce their shows. So I think it's going to be a really good sample for people.
Absolutely. I mean, there's people that do this for full time. This is their job and their career. And like you said, there's people who grab a couple beers, get online with their friends, and log into Skype. Yeah. So exactly. And isn't that a beautiful thing, really? And it's great. I can't wait to just share that with everybody.
And it's the people who grab a couple beers to get drunk with their friends on Skype who come up with crazy, ridiculous ideas like World Podcasts.
And I would drink to that if I could. So yeah,
hate themselves.
They hate themselves like 3 months into planning.
Self-loathing. Yes.
I think it's going to be nice just to also see the cross-pollination. You're going to have a chance of having 4-5 podcasters who don't normally sit together on a show. This is what's neat about it. You didn't just bring in the Sundering or a bit of Geek and Nerdery or Frozen Nerds or any of the other 20-odd podcasts that are out there, who are being represented for a panel. You have that split across. So you've got a little bit from over here, a little bit from over there, and I think that is what's going to bring a really interesting dynamic. And you're going to encourage other people at that point to be like, hey, this is, I've been following, Epic and whatever on Frozen Nerds, love it, but oh man, this guy's awesome and this girl's awesome. So I think that's what's going to be great, and we're going to grow each other's shows as we do that, and that's going to be healthy for everybody.
Yeah, I agree, because last year that was one of my big things I wanted, was to do a lot of that cross-pollination, because I found that aspect really interesting, is to get people who don't normally, god damn it, Will, and the stupid apple, if you show up at the airport with an apple, I
am going to
I'm going to smack you with this pig. Do you hear me?
Smack you with his pig.
I will smack you with my pig.
Oh, freak out.
But no, so I definitely am one of those ones who find it really interesting, because there's so many podcasters who are very much in their own worlds, and they never kind of get out of that clique, that lunchroom table that they sat with in middle school, and this is a chance for them to say, hey, look, we're going to take you out of this middle school and we're going to put you with a whole group of other people, and now you have to sit with a whole bunch of new people and see how you interact. And so part of it's a sociological experiment. We're playing with all the podcasters to freak them all out, because we take them out of their comfort zone, and then the other part is alcohol.
Yes. Keep an eye on the Warcraft General panel.
Absolutely.
The Warcraft General panel, I think, has one of the most interesting mixes of panelists. When you have personalities like Kevin from the Dark Moon Herald, Aludra from the Battle Pets podcast, and then you add epic insanity into that, and that's just the start of it. It's just that dynamic there. Also, Dustin from Horde for Life, and I think, man, I'm missing one. I think MacGyver's on that one too, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say yes.
As we all go to Google Docs.
Yeah,
look it up.
All right, well, while you're going to Google Docs, so Tarkonis just said, stepping back and kind of looking at the overall where World of Podcasts came from. So from Xia and my perspective, we've kind of lived World of Podcasts now for 2 years, and we're still amazed at what's happened just within 2 years. But Will, we've just really gotten involved with you. Darrie, Open Ray has really come on and been a great sponsor for the event, and Rho, you've come on and joined us as the panel organizer this year. Stepping back and looking at the Kickstarter and the donations and the sponsor involvement that we have, are you? I feel like I'm leading you to the answer here, and I hate doing that. But are you impressed? Do you feel like we could have done more? Are you happy with how?
Specifically?
No, I'm not talking to you at all. You hush your mouth.
Oof.
I'm talking to these fine people below us. So if you're looking on the overlay,
we're just gonna have some angry sex.
But looking back at it, do you all feel that? Do you all feel that you're part of something that is truly bigger than what you started as? Are you really happy with the way it's grown? How it's? Are you overwhelmed by it? What? Because I know my personal answer, and I know what.
I don't even know where the question is there.
It's just with the success of the Kickstarter. Just with the. From when you came on, Darrie, you were, I think, the second or the third sponsor as Open Raid. And then from there, we only had, I think 1 or 2 rooms at that point. Now we're grown to 4. And we had a Kickstarter in that time. And it's just kind of grown, and it's ballooned. to something I think a lot bigger than what we had originally like kind of started reaching out to people as. And like, are you happy with where it is right now? Do you foresee? Do you have ideas that you'd want to maybe see for next year already? Are you overwhelmed? Are you underwhelmed? I'm kind of curious where you guys as kind of really coming on board this year see it.
He points to me.
That's a loaded question for Darrie.
It is a loaded
she might
question.
be like, fuck these guys next year. Like,
Right.
I never want to work with them again.
No, okay. No, for real. We, like you're saying, we came on board, long before we knew there was even a Kickstarter or anything. And, it's, I've just personally been a podcast fan for a while. And as far as Open Raid, one of the first community groups to really give us a shot was Hearthcast, and we are still friends with those guys. And so the podcast community and Open Raid have been really tight-knit since the start, and it was word of mouth that helped spread how great our site is. And so as we grew and our reach in the community grew, we wanted to give back to podcasts. And when I chatted with you guys on Twitter and everything, and when I saw this come up, I knew this was something I wanted to be a part of, something I wanted Open Raid to be a part of. And just so excited every time I would refresh the Kickstarter page, and just like a little kid. And I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing, and just going, oh my god,
Every day.
like, oh my god, I was so excited for you guys. And it's cheesy, but I was excited for the community because I don't think they know what they're getting into. This is going to be such an awesome party. We all know there is another party happening at the exact same time. We know it's very flashy, but okay. Everyone knows it, and it is what it is, right? But we've got something great to offer, and I think that we're going to have a good crowd, super excited, and I never stop planning and thinking, and so I'm already thinking about next year. Absolutely.
To your point, a lot of community driven. Like this event is community driven. We don't have some corporate fat cat breathing down our neck to pull in sponsorship dollars. This is something this is the fans helped pay for this. The fans were the ones who kind of said, this is what we want to see out of this event, and that's kind of what we went out and did. So,
and to that point, I just have to bring up Ask Mr. Robot, which they contribute such a huge portion to this funding. If it wasn't for Ask Mr. Robot, honestly, we wouldn't be doing this in the Hilton. That's how big it is. And one thing that I've been really impressed with is just the amount of trust and freedom that they've put into us to just create and run this thing the way we want to do it. With almost every decision we made, each time I was thinking like, is Ask Mr. Robot going to be with this okay with this? Are our other sponsors going to be okay with this? But for the most part, we've made a couple small adjustments here and there, but very, very small adjustments compared to what I thought we might have to do just to make sure that everyone's kept happy. And I think overall, just the general feeling that I've gathered over the past several weeks is that everyone's cool with how things are developing, and everyone's really excited about what's coming up.
Yeah, V and the crew at AMR are just they're fabulous. Definitely.
Yeah, she's been a great.
She's a rock star. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great person. Everybody has been so easygoing. Everyone's played nice. Well, the organizers sometimes don't play nice with one another because tension levels do get high.
Oh my gosh,
tension levels get high.
Yeah. I'll lift the curtain a little bit. Dave and I are now here's the thing that you guys gotta understand. I love Seraphis the podcaster. I love Seraphis, the guy I met at BlizzCon last year, and I would imagine that he feels the same about Rho the podcaster and Rho the guy he met at BlizzCon last year. But sometimes I will admit I think Dave and I want to kill each other at times when it comes to planning World of Podcasts, because we both want the thing to succeed and be the best and work so well, but I think we each have our own tact and way of doing things, and I think part of that just comes from like our professional backgrounds too, because Dave's job is very supervision oriented, very business oriented, while my job is more kind of on the lower level, direct servicing customers and stuff. So we both have a different approach to doing things. And I think as a result of that, it led to some like clashes in communication in part. Not that we really disagreed. It's just the way we carried things were different. It's basically what it comes down to is drama happens everywhere, but at the end of the day, we both want this. We both want this thing to work out, and I thought, and
it's like couples therapy. Like,
yeah,
it is. It is.
So funny.
And Xia was like the great negotiator. Xia was like, "You calm your tits. You calm your tits."
Then there were times when my tits got out of control, and then it was just crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think we all just desperately want this to work, and I think, at least for me, I have a lot of anxiety about the event. I want it to be successful so desperately, and I think I don't want anyone to be disappointed because people have given us money. Darrie, you all have contributed and have helped us. A lot of things are writing on this, and I desperately don't want people to show up and go, what in the fuck did I just spend my money on? Like, I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared that that's going to happen. And it's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. It's not going to happen. If anything, it's not going to happen. I mean, knock on wood. But that's been my source of anxiety is about this, is I want it to be
our
awesome.
Worst critics.
Absolutely.
Really
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tarkonis, we kind of just went on your question.
Well, I'm kind of curious what Will said. What Will thinks.
The thing is, when it comes to successful podcasts, there's no room for ego. Like within the setting up an event like this, sure, maybe a little bit of ego, maybe a little of, as Rho was saying, a little bit of experience in how you deal with stuff that can step in. But when it comes to podcasts, there's no room for ego, and the simple reason why is because as soon as people see ego, that's it. They're like, screw it, I'm off. And there are so many podcasts out there. That's what's really cool about it. Now, within that, what I love about this whole thing is that we can all just be ourselves. As long as we're genuine and we are ourselves, we're going to have people who love us. We're going to have people who hate us for each of the shows. Every one of the shows that are represented, you're going to have lovers and haters within it. But you realize that actually that love and hate is just a personal preference and nothing more than that. But these people can still come together because it's not within, as presenters that we have that feeling. It's just with personal taste. I like to listen to this. I don't like to listen to that. No big deal. And that's what I think that's something, again, that this is going to highlight, and the event is going to highlight, is that just because you don't like, you might not like my show that I'm on, you might get to enjoy, the people who are sitting alongside me in a panel and be like, oh, wow, they're really, really great. And these guys get on, and maybe you'll come back and check out D20 Crit. No, that's bad.
Nice.
I wish I had a little ding sounder, but I don't. Do I got anything? Hold on, I got this.
I got a boner.
Here you go.
I tried.
That's all I got.
The only, I guess, to put it in maybe a too long didn't listen version, Tarkonis. So how amazed have I been with the Kickstarter sponsors, people planning on coming? Thankful and blessed. Absolutely. It is absolutely to have a dream, to believe in something you think is really cool, and to have people support it. There's just absolutely humbling and amazing feeling. I'm very, very happy.
People RSVPing on Eventbrite.
Yeah. Oh, he said it. Oh,
no, it's true. It's over 1,000.
It's over 1,000. We're allowed to say it now. He wouldn't let me say it last week.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we can't give you a specific number because literally, I'm looking at my email, and in the time that we started this podcast, another 8 people have registered on Eventbrite. And that was after I cleared out the previous registration. So while everyone was refreshing the Kickstarter, I was one who kept on getting emails. So my phone would be vibrating constantly. So as Rose said, like while I'm at work, like my phone was just constantly vibrating.
Yeah.
And because I have my
where was your phone located, or was that too personal a question?
Well, I usually just keep my phone like up on whatever like meeting table.
Mm-hmm.
But that started getting very distracting because I would start getting those looks from people like, why is this guy's phone constantly vibrating? I was like, all right, I'll move it. So, but no, but I mean, Yeah, to Zia's point, this last year we were just amazed that we had the amount of people
were going to show up.
We really didn't. Last year we were just like,
empty room.
It's going to be completely empty. This is going to be, and we had to expand it at the last minute, and and the fact that that Jinx, who kind of supported us a little bit last year and came back this year and said, not only do we want to throw like thousands of dollars worth of merchandise at your attendees, but we also want to set up a booth there to show off stuff that we're going to be showcasing at BlizzCon before BlizzCon even starts.
Yeah.
That was just like, I mean, I think that was the moment I was like, that's
it's
really
real.
gonna be, yeah.
It's real now.
I'm like, that's,
and for the record, I happen to know that while Jinx is also throwing some swag at a certain other party happening at the same time, they're not setting up a booth there. So that shows to some degree some level of loyalty and commitment that I really appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, the guy in charge of their PR and their community relations manager are both going to be at World of Podcasts. And that, to me, just speaks volumes that they just are very excited for the event that we have to go on, to be putting on. And so yeah, I was really jacked up when he's like, how about we throw this many things at you guys and that many things. And by the way, everyone who shows up to your event is pretty much like going to be guaranteed. I'm going to almost say absolutely guaranteed, but I mean, like the first 1,000 people who show up are going to get a 20% off code to Jinx. I mean, which
is huge.
Yeah,
20% off is a lot.
It should be noted that last year they didn't have, when using the main floor at BlizzCon, they didn't have any discounts. And one of my sort of, when you're in the convention center, and one of the things, why wouldn't they take this chance to have a discount? Well, the answer is because they're going to sell everything anyway. But this is huge. 20% off. That's bigger than what we had on the floor last year in BlizzCon. So you need to come to World of Podcast.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm not nervous. Fuck, hold on. So I'm not entirely sure if that code is good at BlizzCon. They said it's good on their website, but still.
But regardless, it's still huge. Yeah.
Even when you click through referral links to places like Jinx, you're maybe saving 10%.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, that's 20% is pretty good. So definitely. And you know what, Xia? Here, do this. I know it's stressful when you worry that people are going to hate it, but here's the thing. You have to accept and find peace in the fact that someone will walk in the door and not like it. Yes. Accept it, own it, move on, because 99% everyone else is going to have just a ball and good time.
Here is why.
Rock out, cock out, it's going to happen.
And here, so here
I couldn't have put it better.
Here is why the event is going to be awesome, because this was a learning experience for Xia, all right? I was helping her put together the playlist, and she wanted booty music.
Not all booty music!
well, we have more than just booty music, but she didn't know Two Live Crew Hoochie Mama. She's never heard that song. She never heard that, and now she does. And it's because of this event.
At a bar. I adore that song now, and I feel like it's like my second. Like I've become a new now that I know.
You've been reborn. Yes, you've been reborn.
Yes, everyone. Hoochie Mama will be played at World of Podcasts, and I'm sorry, because that song's fantastic. But there's all kinds of stuff. But you know what? I think planning the playlist with you was one of the most relaxing, fun things. So there,
I agree. It was a trip down memory lane for me because I got to go look at all my old MP3s from the Napster days.
Fuck Metallica.
Sorry.
All right. So for this year, what do you guys really think is one of your favorite things that is going to be part of the event? And obviously, I know you guys probably want to say the panels because you guys are the MCs. But outside the panels, with all the podcasters, what is one thing that you're really excited for? And what is one thing that in general you would like to maybe see for next year?
Epic's beard and Epic's beard cut off. Sorry, that was it. That was like 1, 2, boom, I'm done. Bro,
I'm really excited about what happens with this Hearthstone Fireside Gathering and the tournaments that are going to be ran over there. And now, mind you, this is kind of an experimental thing for us, and we're really just dipping our toes into the water, it is possible that we may end up having a much larger demand for people to gather together and play Hearthstone than we initially realized. We're not sure. We'll see what happens. But just having had the experience to see what does it take to organize one of these things, I think is going to provide valuable experience for next year to see what can you do to make it bigger and better. I would have to say the Hearthstone part is probably what excites me the most, because it's really something that sets this event apart from other events. It's trying, in a way, World of Podcasts is attempting to be a mini community convention of sorts, and I just really appreciate the atmosphere. And I appreciate the diversity that's being offered, and I'll just say really quickly, but someone else can go into it more, like maybe Xia. But I think the art gallery is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Can I just correct one thing there, Ro?
Sure.
Not attempting. not attempting, buddy.
Do or do not. There is no try. Right?
Right. It is. I really think it is. My 2 cents.
The Hearthstone tournament and thing is still the one thing that still has me a little nervous. So for those of you who don't know, the Hilton told us we could like pay for a hard line, but we wouldn't get any value out of it because Blizzard basically was monopolizing it for that night. So we'd be paying for air that we would not be we essentially not have access to. So they said, don't waste your money. So we've tried coming up with alternate solutions. So this is Hearthstone is still definitely the one thing that still has me like
nervous.
Yeah, it still has me a little nervous, but I think it's going to work great. And but I'm still going to be a little nervous about it.
It's funny that you bring that up as far as like this happening at the same time as Blizzard's charity dinner, and also the Wowhead party there. I said it, but one thing I want to look at going into next year, and I don't want people who are doing Saturday stuff this year to necessarily freak out when I say this, but not Saturday, but Friday, I almost wonder if we should consider doing World of Podcasts on a different day next year. I kind of wonder of course, there's the party now to think about, but that's one of the things that I'm going to be thinking about when everything is said and done. What will be the advantages and disadvantages to doing a very similar thing on a Friday or possibly even a Saturday as opposed to doing it on Thursday? Because I think World of Podcasts is an amazing event, and I love the community support for it, and I think it's something that everyone should have a chance to check out and be there for the whole freaking thing if they want to. And I don't want to feel like that they're being pulled in multiple directions at once. I think for that to work, quite honestly, I think World of Podcasts might need to be put on at a different day of BlizzCon weekend for that to really happen. But that's something to talk about in the future.
Thursday night is a busy night. I would not put it on Friday night. I think that would actually end up being a mistake. But I think next year, if I'm invited to be involved in it next year, I don't want to be presumptuous. I'd like to make sure we're not being too WoW focused. I know that we have the Hearthstone tournament, but there is a huge and just raving community for Diablo and StarCraft. And I think those of us that tend to do WoW related things, we become so WoW centric, and we forget that BlizzCon is not WoWCon.
Right.
And
that's true. So
making a concerted effort to reach out to other people, because especially since, we'll say it again, we're competing with WoWhead. It's not Diablo head. It's not StarCraft head. It sounds sexy, but it's not.
Right.
Right. But seriously though, if you do have to have a date where you're competing with other people, let's make sure we're attracting people that aren't going to be going to a WoW Insider party. So, just making those right choices, you could be okay having, competition as long as we're appealing to a bigger audience.
Right, and I totally agree with you, Darrie. I think one of the bigger challenges in that, especially when you have the event called World of Podcasts, is are you going to have the support from those areas of podcasters for the event? Now, I think one thing I've seen for this year is that for Heroes of the Storm, I think going into next year, I think there's going to be a tremendous amount of support as far as Heroes of the Storm goes. I mean, we have several Heroes of the Storm podcasters being involved in this year's event, and that game's only in alpha. Right. Diablo, who knows with Diablo, depending on when they announce another expansion for it, how much new content and life they breathe into the game over the next year. StarCraft is kind of always there, but podcast-wise, there hasn't been a regular, consistent StarCraft podcast forever. At least a year and a half now. So that's one of the challenges as far as the podcasting end. That would mean that if you wanted to have that support, like say on the panels and stuff for those other games, you'd have to dip into other areas of content creation, look at those YouTubers and streamers that participate in StarCraft and Diablo content and bring them in, which definitely isn't out of the question. It's just
we have started doing
horizons.
That. Yep. And we have started doing
absolutely.
That.
I think Darrie hit the nail on the head though, because I think that it was also, this is an opportunity to grow podcast. That isn't, people need to make sure that they're not thinking this is just for podcasters or podcastees. This is an opportunity for us to market it out, to bring in more listeners to all that's happening. And so, we don't want people just to think, oh, I podcast, what's that? And sort of, run to the other party, which is just good. They're just going to fall in the pool and have a really bad experience. They need to come in.
It might rain. It might rain.
Yes, it might rain. There's a bunch of things that could happen. They might run out of beer. Ours is not going to run out of beer. So, with all guaranteed, with all of these facts in place, I think people understanding. And you got to remember, I come from the branding background. I come about this is the sort of the marketing branding guy that you talked about the difference of that Surface comes from and Rho comes from, and in terms of you guys butting heads. This is what I do for a living: how you brand stuff and how you market stuff, and it's all about how we actually bring in more, because if we can gain a greater revenue from this, it isn't about us being fat cats. It's about us then actually making it bigger and better next year, which we then pass on to everybody else. That's what the core of it is about. Yeah. And, I'm not interested in I am absolutely not interested in being a fat cat in this. I want to make this the best UX experience. Or just that's redundant. The best user experience that anyone could ever ask for. And they come along and they're like, whoa, podcast, this is something completely new, and the scales fall from their eyes. That's probably a revelation.
It's getting people to think about podcasts differently than what they may have thought about. It's instead of it just being a talking heads.
Podcasts. We've got Ask Mr. Robot. You've got Icy Veins. You've got Open Raid. I mean, you're growing. This isn't just podcaster now. This is bringing in other people into the conversation. And like I said, of course, these are all WoW related sites, but
Elvine's going to be on one of the panels.
Exactly.
He's not a podcaster.
God, we love Elvine. I mean, there's different people that are going to get involved in this now, and World of Podcasts could become World of More. I don't know where I was going with that, but World of Things.
World of Things.
All the things.
World of all the things.
Of all the things. Trademark, Darrie.
That may be the title of the show. That might be the title of this episode.
Unknown trivia.
Right.
I actually was the one who came up with the name World of Podcasts last year.
There you go.
And but in retrospect, I mean, you make a good point. I mean, it's a neat name because, hey, World of Warcraft, World of Podcasts and stuff. But as we see, not just ourselves, but really, I think the entire WoW player base, I see a lot of them expanding their horizons, checking out other Blizzard properties, and also checking out other forms of content creation. It's kind of one of those things where World of Podcasts is a catchy name, but at the same time, it has the drawback of making you feel like you're penned into just podcasts. And I think that things are expanding.
The The one thing that we're not doing. Oh, by the way, I still got my little hospital wristband.
Nice.
God, every chance he can make like that sympathy turn on a dime. It's like, oh, by the way, here is the,
No, the one thing, and I was kind of say like, no, it's too much. We're not gonna be able to do it. But the one thing that I really, really wanted to do, and this kind of goes back to Darrie's thought, is I really wanted to get a company to come in there with like consoles and video screens so people could play Diablo on consoles. And I remember, and that was something that we talked about way, and I agreed.
That was the first thing you and I butted heads about.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people were just like, no, it's too much. It's going to take away the photo, and I agreed. But I still think I really want something like that next year to have people being able to play Diablo. I want to get Diablo more into it, like Darrie said, and I feel that it's really hard to get some of the Blizzard games without renting massive amounts of computers and doing that. But one thing that is great about Diablo is it is available on consoles. So there is an opportunity that we might be able to exploit to get more folks in on Diablo content. I still think that'd be fun. I think it's fun to just have people coming around and just playing games. If I know that Xia's gone to 42 Lounge, which is up by her, and then there's a place by me called Battle and Brew, and the great atmosphere of those like bars and clubs is that there are video game clubs where you just go and you like play video games. Like they have couches set up and you play games, and I just think that that atmosphere would be awesome if somehow we could recreate it, even for a limited amount of time. So it's one of the things that I wouldn't be opposed to saying, nope, we're not going to be able to do it next year, but it's something that is already on my list that I want to try and see if we can fit it in for next year.
Speaking of games, I don't know if anyone in the chat room or you guys have ever gone to Dragon Con in Atlanta, but how cool would it be to give people things to do during the podcast panels to actually set up a Dark Moon Fair style games, and people can actually play some of the games and everything. So you gotta, it's awesome to think about things that could be done, in the future. And
some of the party games that are being done this year are kind of experimenting with that kind of stuff. A lot of this, as big as World of Podcasts is this year compared to last year, you could say that what
drinking
I see that
card games,
but
tabletop games.
Just like the first year was in many ways an experiment for this year, a lot of things about this year are going to be experiments for years to come for what World of Podcasts is going to be in. And I totally like your idea, Darrie.
It'd be a Cards Against Humanity tournament, right? Come on.
There's going to be Cards Against Humanity there.
Yeah, I'm bringing it.
Is there? Oh.
Yep.
Yes, there are
times.
Wait, are you bringing it, Will? Because if you're bringing it, then I'm not bringing it.
Oh,
look at he's got it right there.
It's packed, but it's not.
You,
but it
me,
is.
you, me.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
me, you, me.
Yeah.
No. I got that. I was thinking about I need to pack that. But if you're bringing it, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna let Will pack it.
Right.
Hey, I'm already packing. But the stuff that we're bringing that's
I'll
already
pack
overweight.
this.
Yeah, you bring that.
I'll bring this.
This is a lot heavier than you realize, too.
Yes.
By the way, Rho, do you get then a residual check every time we say Worlds of Podcasts? Is it because you came up with the name? Do you get like a residual check every time it's mentioned on the interwebs?
Last I checked, no, because World of Podcasts is technically kind of linked to Callus Gaming Media. I didn't hop on board that money train when I should have.
And
honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't care about the whole legal aspects of that. I just like knowing that I'm the one who came up with the name first. So there, whatever. If World of Podcasts ends up becoming this stupid, super huge thing, and somehow
it is a stupid, super huge thing.
Good answer.
It is a stupid, super huge thing.
But no, I don't get residuals, and I don't expect them.
Well, I'll let you have World of all the things for free, okay?
There you go.
Okay.
World of all the things. We gotta be careful that Medros from All Things Azeroth doesn't think that we're
stealing his
World of all the things not Azeroth parties.
I have to say this. Last night I got a text from Will that said, testing the green screen. Oh my god, guys, that green screen's gonna be fun.
if you go to that point, if you go to Instagram.com/D20crit, you can see a few pictures up of the green screen.
I can actually put that in the chat room.
Because I hopped on Skype because I was testing out some of the new audio setup because my other laptop died, and Will's like, "You got a minute?" And so he showed me some pictures, and it was great, especially because I have felt so horrible about the green screen because the amount of back and forth the organizers have had with what to do at the photo booth, and me going to Will, and I'm just like, Will hates me. He absolutely hates me for.
Oh, I see this one right now with the Draenor setting. Wow.
So
that's nice.
So I'm glad that Will's having fun with it because I was afraid this guy is going to kill me and dump my body between LA and Anaheim.
My almost 5-year-old was hopped up on sugar, and it was 10:30 a.m. I'm like the worst parent ever, but she was hopped up on sugar from Halloween. I'm like, okay, how can we say, okay, let's put you on a planet. And she's like, okay, I want to fly. So we got pictures of her flying across Draenor, and it was all fun. No, I was worried for a minute though. See, you was going to mention some other text message. I didn't realize that's where you were going.
Yeah. Well, apparently, Will's going to have a Speedo there, and.
Not at World of Podcasts.
That was an email. That wasn't a text. That was an email. Yeah, we got that. That was.
I have to tell you, I knew Will and I would get along because after our first meeting, he sends me a Twitter DM saying, "Darrie, what are you wearing to World of Podcasts?"
Wow.
I knew.
Oh, Joe, there is going to be a stream of World of Podcast.
Yes.
So if everything goes the way we hope, it's going to stream directly to YouTube.
Yes. So actually, for those of you following World of Podcast Twitter feed, I was actually working with Akuzad this morning, who is going to be helping to stream everything. He does a lot of streaming for Dragon Con panels, and so he feels really confident in the setup he has to stream the panels for World of Podcast. So stay tuned to the YouTube channels coming to you. Remote folks. Soon.
Soon.
I think there's a countdown running on those videos right now until the time of each panel. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Do we need to let Darrie go?
Yeah. So actually, I was just thinking about that. So we still have some FOBs and some other random stuff, but I know Darrie, you probably need to get going. And,
I know.
And I want to keep talking about World of Podcast, but I also want to be respectful of your husband because you said he's a big guy, and I don't want to get beat up. I mean, I already got stitches. I don't need more stitches at this point. So I mean, it's So thank you, Darrie, for
I'll see you guys all.
See you in a few days.
Super soon. I'm so excited.
I mean, all the support, all the things. Where can people get in touch with you? Open Raid, all that stuff. I want to make sure you get that out.
I am on the Twitter at OpenRaidDarrie. You can find me there, and of course, I'm always putzing around openraid.org. But I hope to see you guys. Well, I know I'll see you guys in just a few days in chat room. Please come find me and say hi. I'll be staying at the Hilton. I'll be all around. So please do say hi, and I'm so excited to meet everybody. So
can't wait.
I will see you guys. Yes, me too. I'll see you guys later.
Make sure you buy her a drink or 3
or
5.
You're welcome, Darrie.
Keep those MCs liquid. It's all about keeping the MCs liquid.
It's all. It'll be no problem. No problem with that. So. You guys take care. Everybody that's traveling, please travel safely, be smart, and we'll see you in a few days in Anaheim.
And
yeah.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Darrie.
All right. So I know it's going to mess with the chat room.
It is going to mess with them slightly.
Okay.
Because as soon as we remove Darrie, I'm going to kind of readjust things so that way we can get.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Can I after I'm not kidding you, after 6 beers plus whatever, can I take 30 seconds while Darrie is off while you sort that out? I can't imagine what I need to do unless you've seen the Kaiser beer commercial.
I mean, if you need to step away for a moment, it's great, but amazingly as this sounds, everything is working perfectly.
The hell?
I have everything set up.
I will cross my legs, damn it.
You can.
It's fine. It's
no,
fine.
you know what? I'll get another beer. Screw it.
There you go. Okay.
Off he goes.
Off he
So,
goes.
And yeah.
So,
so-
a little funny story, and I mentioned this on Skype to Heather, but to Xia. Jeez. So yeah, we've been calling each other first name. Anyway, Jesus. So I was kind of the rafest for the night because I ended up showing up here late because at my convenience store we have a pizza oven. We don't do delivery, but we have a pizza oven, and at the last damn minute, someone comes in and wants a pizza. And I'm the only person there, so I had to make a pizza before I closed up the shop. So I had a pizza emergency, which kept me from showing up. So Ray, if you're listening, and I know he's not fucking listening, but if you are listening somehow, I made a pizza in your honor and became late to the show because of it.
That's all right.
I don't have anything cool to show off. Well, I'm kind of disappointed now.
My daughter, she has fallen in love with my Griffin hatchling. Like, she wants to take it to bed. She wants to take it everywhere, and she pulled this off the neck of the hatchling. But she says it's adorable. You're driving in the car, and she just sits there, and she's like stroking the top of its head as we're driving along. I'm like, I want to take you to podcast.
You know, it's funny you say that because a year ago, my daughter would take my Griffin hatchling and put it in a little baby stroller and just push it around the house.
That's adorable. I need to find a way to open this beer. Hold on.
All right, well, you do that. Let's play the FOF bumper because we got a few phone calls and stuff.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool. Fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Saddam Hussein of Iraq.
Damn, I kind of wanted to call you Gulliver. I'm gonna get drunk.
People in the chat room are saying Ro's real name is Gulliver.
I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna start calling you Gulliver now.
Oh God.
Gulliver eyebrows.
Gulliver eyebrows. Oh, here, just for you in the video stream.
Do it for me. Yes, they're so awesome.
Okay, done.
Your face is turning red. That's amazing.
No, that's just a reflection of his sweatshirt, or your hair gleaming off his computer screen onto his face.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those two. You know, every time I talk to Will over Skype, for those of you who are looking, he's got a Captain America shield back there, and I just want to grab it, and I want to chuck it.
Oh, you'd like to actually, yeah.
Yes! I want to do the Captain America shield throw.
Oh.
Look, and you can also see the Griffin back there, too. It's like laying on top of stuff. Yeah. And I could just start picking out stuff. Anyway.
How packed are you guys? Just really quick.
Not at all.
Neither am I.
Not at all. Not even.
No,
do that tomorrow.
I don't. True story. Before we get into FOFs and props here, I actually started laying out all the different toiletries that I needed to bring, and like what I need to go buy, like the little travel size of. And when we got back from the store today, I put them all up there, and then I went downstairs to kind of work on setting up the laptop and everything for the show. I came back upstairs, and my wife had put it all away. She's like, "I don't want to see it on the counter." I was like.
Now, see, I'm not bringing toiletries with me. Now, some people may freak out and say, wait, what? No.
I'm a little concerned.
No, don't be concerned.
We're all roommates, by the way, guys.
Yes, we're all roommates. So
I'm very
concerned. Like, what? No. Noelle from Heels and Headshots, you know her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she's actually picking me up at the airport. And I talked with her. Yeah, that's still happening. She's picking me up at the airport.
Okay, because she posted on Facebook that she wasn't going to BlizzCon anymore.
Well, no, she's not going to BlizzCon itself, the event itself, but she's still going to be doing the partying and stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, oh, you're not going to go?
That's cool.
No, she's still going to be in the area.
Good. Okay.
Anyhow,
okay. Good.
I like her.
Point being, she's familiar with the area and stuff like that. And just the other day, she actually. I'm gonna pay her for it when I see her, but she bought me one of those, multi-pack travel things with all the toiletries in it. It's just one less thing that I have to worry about bringing on the bags with me, and it means more space in my bags, so that's a plus. So yeah, I've already got that all taken care of. So there's props to her for being my handler in that regard.
All right. Well, Heather, what about you? Props,
Right.
foffs.
Props and fops. Okay, so foff to the toll booth workers, because I have to drive through Chicago every time.
Chi-Town, Second City, Windy City.
Chi-Town, Windy City. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You were my rate person. Yeah, right. So it never fails. I mean, maybe the twice time that I've ever had a nice person to greet me at a toll booth, most of the time they are assholes. Not even assholes. I'm like, thanks, have a great day. Just like fucking stone face me. They don't smile. They don't say thank you. And like, that's it. And I can't imagine that job being that bad. I mean, like, it's probably kind of cold, but you can read, like, and you can hang out while you wait for, I don't know.
Squirt them with a water gun, and then you'll get a reaction.
Oh, okay. I need to do that next time. So there's that. I do want to say foff. No, I'm done with foffs. Props to just this whole thing and people. You all, I think you three especially, have really calmed me down, and I appreciate it. And I know I've been a little bit nuts. So thank you to you three. Oh, Will.
Fucking apple! I swear to God.
And props to Will for having an apple that has my name in it.
That's not all.
Oh.
That's so fantastic. Oh, shit.
I'm really nervous about this. You picking me up from the airport now. Will.
Yeah. Well, Will be picking you up first. I'm going to get to see, like...
If there was shag carpet in the back of the van, like, I'm going to have to, like, think about this. There's like one of those 80s like rock paintings on the outside of the van.
And the music that's playing in the van when you get in.
Some funky Jackson 5 playing.
Yeah. Maybe a little Barry White.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So Will, foff, prop.
Okay, I have a serious foff.
All right.
Because I play on the Oceanic realm. Not by choice. Not by choice. When I started playing back in the day, Kazgorth did not exist. There was no such thing as Oceanic. Blizzard made this mistake of funneling not only the people who had the IP coming from Australia, New Zealand, Singapore there, but just new people who started that week to Kazgorth. And then a few months later, they're like, oh, this is an Oceanic realm. So that became my realm, stayed there. But it's always been based in Los Angeles. So all my Aussie friends had terrible lag. And, these past 10 years I've enjoyed just poding them in PvP. They have just this week moved the actual realm to Australia, which means now I'm suffering the lag. The tables have turned. But it's really, really bad. Well, here's the thing where they really goofed, because they've agreed that they will give us free transfers for the guild off to a North American server. Great, that's cool. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go and check out a few North American servers. So I go to roll on some North American servers and see what I like, see what fits in the time zone. But because they duplicated the Oceanic realms, it now looks like I've got so if I've got 11 on Kazgorth, I've got 8 on Dathrama, right? That is not 11 and 8. That is actually 22 and 16 characters. So add them all up, and suddenly I have got more characters that exceed the 50 limit, even though I don't. So I can't play. I'm playing in Lag City, or I can't roll a new character. And I'm just sitting here saying, I want to play World of Warcraft before I go to podcasts. And I'm like, fuck it, Blizzard. And there goes a pig. But that's it. I mean, I get it. Crap happens. Oh, this is the Sundering. I don't have to censor myself. Shit happens.
No,
but
knock yourself out, buddy.
What's going on? Fucking A. But I was ready to flip tables a few times. But I appreciate what goes into it. But boy, man, was I foffed off, to say the least. So that's my foff. But thank you, Blizzard, for at least acknowledging it, knowing that you're working on it. I've probably drank a lot more in the last few days.
I hear Dalaran and Phalanx of Nod are very inviting folks.
I would roll there, but I can't. That's the problem.
So, why not delete the copies then?
Because here's the thing. So I can only see, obviously, my main characters. So if I start to delete them, it only deletes one of the two that have been created. And because I've got so many on Oceanic that I have built up across my Oceanic I could delete them all, and I would still be pretty much over the limit. And then I'm like, oh, great, now I've lost all of the characters. Like, what's the point of even moving them across? I lose all of my history and everything that comes with it. So it's a really awkward place to be in. And I did a quick calculation because we had to, the people moving from Oceanic to North American had to pay, which was a pain in the neck. They did free transfers if you were going from NA to Oceanic, but not the other way around. Right. We wrote them a letter because I've got 3 accounts. It was going to be over $900 that they were going to throw into my, and I'm like, come on, guys, $900 just for me, and then I've got guildies and people that I've played with for the last 10 years. This kind of sucks. And then intern Wade, who's going to be at What a Podcast, running the photo booth with us. You know, he's 17 years old.
Intern Wade.
Intern Wade. 17, Zia. Just remember that. He's 17 years old. He doesn't have access to, that kind of cash to bring over his 11 characters. That kind of sucks. So we wrote them a letter. They were great. They said, we'll sort it out. But that sorting out, I'm like, yeah, but I've got to leave for BlizzCon on Tuesday, and so it's like I get it.
Hopefully, get sorted before Warlords launches.
Well, I'm hoping because their cutoff for the free transfers ends on the day Warlords comes out. So I'm like, oh my god, that leaves me like a day and a half before BlizzCon and a day and a half after, and I'm like, oh, so that's my fault. It's pathetic, it's whiny, it's first world problem, but it's a faff nonetheless.
It sounds like you might have been like one of their fringe cases that they didn't account for.
I'm often a fringe case I have found in life. This is the problem being an immigrant. I am.
Oh, he's playing the immigrant card. Look at that.
But a citizen nonetheless. A citizen now, but a true immigrant.
Citizen Will.
What can I say?
All right, well, let's see. So my FOF goes to the elbow. Because this, I can't tell you how much, this hurts. This hurts a lot. And I have taken... No, I'm not touching it. Like, even not touching it, like, I feel it. Constantly. And, God bless it, it is bothering the hell out of me. I've never had stitches before, and it fucking is bothering the shit out of me. That's really my biggest thing. God damn it. Anyway.
I still think you should turn it into a teardrop tattoo.
A lot of people have said that. Like, I think was it you who I mentioned that I'm going to get an Old English tattooed on my back, street cred?
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to roll.
I mean, like, you'd be like, prison time, baby. You want to mess with this? Like, you could do it.
I've seen some things.
Some stuff.
Anyway.
Lots of community FOFs tonight.
Yeah, so we got some phone calls. I had to edit some of your calls because they were long, or there were static, or there was long pauses. So hopefully I did all of your people's phone calls justice by what I did. Let's start off with Saul's.
This extra special fuck off goes to my mom's ex-husband. Listen here, motherfucker. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, try to insert yourself into our life ever again. Alright? You caused enough hate within this family. You've turned most of this fucking family against each other because of the shit that you put us through. You've already been in jail twice because of the shit that you put my fucking mother through. You've been in jail once because of the shit you put me through. You put my mother in the fucking hospital, okay? You fucking asshole. Don't you ever leave the state you're in right now and come up here. If I ever see you in this state, you can go out of this state just as fast as you fucking came in it. I'm done. I've had enough of your shit. Done with your shit. My mom is done with your shit. The rest of my family is done with your shit. Stay the fuck away from us. Props to Blizzard. I got a invite the other day, and it's really fun. I'm actually going to switch to this instead of League. Hey, it's Soul again. Your fucking monkeys suck. Anyhow, props to you guys for being awesome. week in, week out. Props to World Podcast. Also, major props to Haster. Major props to Haster, sir. You've rendered me speechless. I can't even think of a way to thank you for this, man. I really can't. You have absolutely made my day. Made my week. Made my friggin' year with that. Thank you so much, dude. But other than that, I can't really think of much else. So, fuck your monkeys. Fuck my mom's ex-husband. Y'all have a good night. Hey guys, it's Will Rock Assault yet again. Calling in with just one more froth because of the fact that I just found something out. I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago, I gave a fuck off to my former place of employment for the way they've been treating me. Well, I also want to give them another fuck off because of the fact that they just supposedly terminated my mother who worked for the same company because of the fact that they say that FMLA has expired. Not only that, but she was also on a fucking disability with them, as a long-term disability, because she had 8 fucking seizures while she was working there. She's had 3 strokes since she stopped being there from her because of the disability, and she was supposed to be guaranteed her job when she got back after the long-term disability. But instead, they go ahead, they fuck her over and terminate her, so now she doesn't get anything. Motherfuckers, you have a lawsuit coming your way. Go fuck yourself. See you next Tuesday.
That's definitely a lawsuit.
Damn. Wow. That is some real fucking talk.
I have yes.
Can I take back my faff? Because my faff is petty. I feel like a whiny little bitch right now. I'm like, right? God, okay.
I have nothing to follow this up with.
I got nothing. You know, I was gonna say I did a prop. I didn't have a faff yet, but no, I'm not even faffing tonight.
Yeah, just don't touch it. Don't touch it.
But that's okay. That's why I played that one first, because we got some other faffs. So
Tater showed up and just dropped the mic.
Yeah, that was like the faff of all faffs at that point. Like, boom, we're out of here. Damn, dude. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we got a rigor morty faff.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. There we go.
Okay, hello, Starfest, Rayfest, and Xia. It's rigor morty here for a frightful faff. Hope everyone has a wonderful Halloween, my favorite holidays. Lots of ghouls and creatures and other nefarious things. End up watching all the Exorcist episode, film, that sort of thing. It's paranormal. Ghost Adventures is one of my favorites, and Haunted Collector and that sort of stuff. So stay up watching that all night, which is cool. Let's see, faffs. That's been kind of fucking nightmare. I was going to play back on Warcraft, but the patch doesn't run really well at all on my shitty little machine, so I didn't end up doing that at this stage. So fuck off that. But props to one of my guildies. I'm still looking into the legality of it, but I run started like a private server for Diablo 2, but I know that Diablo 2 runs on my machine, so I picked it up. I haven't done the server yet or gotten on there yet, but I'm kind of playing single player as a pally and a sorceress. We're just kind of working my way around there. So D2 was a lot of fun. I've been having a blast. I loaded it up, and then I was like, right, 5:30 in the morning. The cat's got me up. I thought, well, I'll stick this other disc in, finish the expansion. So I got the whole thing for like a tenner, and I'm spending 2 hours just running around killing shit. So it was awesome. I miss world maps, but I'm gonna get my head around it. So yeah, it's really kind of been happening. Just a little bit of D2 and put a Hearthstone back on my iPad, so I'll probably get cracking on with that again soon. And yeah, just kind of been busy and hectic. Anyway, you guys are awesome. I'll catch you later. Cheers.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing over what Kilroy said in the chat room.
Me too. I'm like, oh my god.
So for those obviously not in the chat room now, Kilroy said in regards to Will's wig that he looks like the one dog female in the kennel in Lady in the Tramp.
I kind of do. That's really freaking scary.
That's actually quite accurate.
It really is.
Yeah. All right. So fucking. Oh, Rick and Morty, I love you. I'm glad, and I hope you had a good
I love Rig. Rig is awesome.
Rig
and not because he's
Rig
not because he's from Europe. He's a good guy.
Oh, by the way, I also want to point out, like, you know, FOF to this mouse, it died on me today in the midst of me switching over my laptop, which has required me to use this mouse. Now, I want you to look at this.
No.
That's as big as
Hell
that.
no.
All right. Do you realize how difficult it's been to do this show with this thing?
I am so sorry.
I borrowed this from my wife, who has tiny hands, which is just...
It's like you're using a Hobbit mouse.
I know.
Don't let go,
he bought
Mr.
it from
Frodo.
the Shire.
And the name of the show is Hobbit Mouse.
Look.
Hobbit mouse, yes.
You see this? My middle finger is basically as big as this mouse. This is ridiculous. Hope you all appreciate this. God damn it. Alright, Dan fucking Lanza said, I want to prop everyone for believing in the Kickstarter and backing me and believing in the dream. And want to let everyone know that they'll be receiving a present from me at the end of the Kickstarter, and we'll be back online with another Kickstarter come PAX East. Props to D20 and the Sundering for helping to spread the word and adopting me into this fucked up family.
Thank you. I have my donation.
What makes you think we're fucked up, Dan?
Oh.
I want to also point out that I will promise to do everything to make sure that is not a naked picture of Dan. I will do everything I can. Okay,
God.
like I can't promise it, but like if Danny sends out naked pictures as the gift, it's not on me. Just washing my hands right now.
Look, I can make the pig's feet wiggle. Anyway, for those of you who are just listening to the audio, you're really missing out.
This is why you have to be in the live stream.
All right. He also says, oh wait, no, it says, oh no, that's play Dove, not Dan. Dove. I got Dove props.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, this is Dove. I just wanted to call and say props to you guys and thank you again for allowing me to come and hang out with you on the last show. It was so much fun and I so appreciate above and beyond all the super cool stuff that was in that Sunder crate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have so much more love and respect for each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all you do. Bye.
See, you said
You're
Dove,
welcome, Dove,
and you said props, and I was also expecting a FOF to come in, and Dove's had some pretty epic FOF.
She has. She definitely has. Oh, by the way, if anyone needs a digital AV adapter, this is really random. Digital AV adapter. It's like the 30 pin for Apple products. It gives you like a little HDMI thing here. If anyone needs this, let me know and I'll bring this to Blizzcon and give it to you because I don't have anything that works with this anymore. So, let me know. Completely random. Completely random. Anyway.
Chappy Tater said in chat, "World of podcast soon. Fuck this motherfucking stream. Holy shit, Rose Brows."
No, I did get yours, Mazu. We just haven't gotten to it yet. We have in the chat room, Blue Samus says, "FOF to the fire that burned down a coworker's house today, and FOF to all the people that made my Halloween a busy night."
I'm sorry to hear about your coworker. Nobody was hurt.
Unless you don't like your coworker. And are you upset that the fire burned down their house because it created more work for you? Or are you legitimately liking your coworker and you're sad that their house burned down?
Is it an oxymoron when a fire worker like? No, I'm not even gonna go there. Don't worry. It might be too many beers.
Okay.
Too many.
Alright, for Mazu called in. I got hers, so she's like flipping out in the chat room. Hold on. Here we go.
Hi guys, this is Mazlu, aka Mia's Evil Last Pig. And I've got a FOF today. Oh my fucking god. And it's not about Helen. That's the shocking part. No, it's about this other bitch at work named Amber. Fuck you, Amber, okay?
Oh, fuck.
You knew that fucking 2 other people were off work yesterday. What do? You go and call off so you can spend fucking Halloween with your kid? Fuck you, bitch. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary. Number 1. The first one, which is like the most important one because it only happens once. Yeah, I had to work until 1:30 in the morning. And by the time I got home, guess what, bitch? My fucking wife was already in bed. Yeah, so I couldn't even talk to my wife after work on our fucking anniversary. You know what, bitch? Oh my goodness. You better hope and pray you don't come anywhere near me on Monday because I'm going to fucking shoot you out a new one. I am so sick of this shit. You know, when 2 people were already off, come to fucking work. If I knew that 2 people were off of work, even if I was sick on my deathbed, bitch, I'd come to work. That is uncalled for. 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's a long ass day for a Friday. We don't have that much shit to do on a Friday, bitch. Oh, I am so freaking mad at you. And you know what? Helen actually did work last night, which shocked the fuck out of me, too. So you know what? Props to Helen for actually doing shit last night, and fuck you, Amber, for not showing up to fucking work.
Wow.
I hate people like that so fucking much. But anyway, guys, I will see you on Sunday night. You guys rock. And lots of love to you guys, and props to you guys for having this service. It's a wonderful service. I love it. Okay, bye.
By the way, in the chat room, Blue Samba said that they are legitimately sad for their coworker. So,
okay,
it was a legitimate thought that their house burned down.
Thought to the fire, not to...
Yes, not to the fact that they're getting more work or anything. Okay,
that is very important to clarify.
Yeah, it was, because it kind of went down this tangent, and...
well, it could go either way.
It really could.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I just want to say, Maslu, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
And second of all, is this a sign of the apocalypse that Helen got a prop? I'm a little concerned.
This is true.
I don't want to dwell too much on that because my head might explode. Atticus says, Foth to packing for World of Podcast this week, but props to packing for BlizzCon.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I can agree. Actually, no, I agree to that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
After that. But boy, props to the fact that World of Podcast is happening this week.
Oh my god!
I go into work on Monday, and Tuesday, and then I am going to the airport at like 5 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I don't work tomorrow, thank God, because that's what I'm going to pack and finish my World of Podcast items.
No, you're not. You're calling me tomorrow, girl.
And then I'm going to call you, boy.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday I work, and then I wake up and... Oh God! All right. Anyhow, Theoden says Fopt being unable to find a job after putting out about 20 applications. I am sorry.
You know, Leondon, I understand how you feel. When I got out of college, and it was right when the 2003 internet bubble burst, there was nothing. I was sending out 50 applications a day.
Oh, I feel old.
Yes.
God damn it! Faff to Seraphis for making me feel fucking old about getting out of college in 2003.
That's okay. Well, according to Tarkonis in the chat, you do a very good, excited teen girl, so you're still young at heart.
There you go.
I try. I channel. No, that's...
So, let's see. Adam says, Foff to my boss for making me work a double the day before vacation started.
Yeah! Bastard. Fuck Helen and Amber.
Let's see. Revenar says, fuck off to all the goddamn political campaigns for cluttering up my life. It's not radio ads. It's TV ads. It's not TV. Then my mailbox and stuff with your bullshit. Newsflash, all you motherfuckers lie, so claiming your opponent lies is bullshit. And a double off to the assholes. Publicly shaming people into voting for their candidates by publishing their voting records. Take your signs, your ads, your campaigns, and your lies, turn them sideways, and shove them up your collective candy asses.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I still feel there should be a law that says no lawyers are allowed to be hold political office.
But does that mean, what about when you have comedians like Al Franken?
That's okay.
That's okay, but just no to the lawyers.
Just no to the lawyers. I think I read something that something like 78% of all politicians are lawyers.
Wow.
So there you go. They're all lawyers.
The more you know.
Do I have that? Hold on. I have
We
that
have that
somewhere.
sounder, don't we? While you look for it, Homebrewed says FOF to Scott Brown ads. He isn't even running in my state. And FOF to 50-pound limit for free check bag. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that every single person who's doing anything in terms of volunteer work at World of Podcast is taking an extra bag of luggage. I know I am. Like, and it's just going to have World of Podcast bullshit in it. Like, so yes, Homebrewed, I feel your pain. I would thankfully flew Southwest, so at least, you know, they're free, but...
Free.
Yeah. Pshaw.
You know the conversation about the getting the larger rental that we had, like an email conversation that Xia and Surface had. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay.
It's out there though. Yeah, we were probably gonna do that. I was thinking we should just do that anyway because it's just it'd be so much easier. Just be so much fucking easier just to do it. So I'm glad you guys were on board because
we're
really...
gonna be a soccer mom, guys. We're gonna be soccer.
I want to fold down all the seats and I want to play Twister in the back of the van.
Okay, I'll do Twister if I go like left leg red, right leg blue, and Xia goes left leg yellow, right leg green.
Ooh. I don't even know what
you play with arms and legs. I'm used to playing with like butt cheeks and ears.
Okay, then I know what we're gonna do in between the time you land and Xia lands.
Hey-o.
Oh.
Perfect. That time is.
All right. I believe that is everything.
So my roommate is weird. I'm crashing your room, Heather.
I got 4 games to win against Tarkonis right now.
Yeah, buddy. Homebrew, you can come crash in our whatever. Come crash our room. I'm sure we will be playing Cards Against Humanity.
Sure,
I have never played a single game of Cards Against Humanity. I will lose my Cards Against Humanity virginity.
I've never played it either. We can lose it together.
Yay! That feels. I feel special now. Z and I get to lose our virginity together with Cards Against Humanity.
On that note,
Cards Against Humanity, folks.
I think it's time for haikus.
Yes.
Big titties and ass. She wants to be inside you. Haikus from Xia.
Xia.
Okay, I was reading, making sure that I had a FOF in here, and that apple, though. Actually, I have a very pertinent haiku for that. Shit got real tonight. Rho. Oh, I can't believe I just did this. Hold on.
Did you not count the numbers up? Did you not count?
I did it. I got I put the wrong name, so I'll try again. Shit got real tonight. Wil, Brian, Darrie, and Wiggs. Hot, sexy apples. I should have said Gulliver.
See, I did. It's Shaggin' Wagon. World of Podcasts is the shit, and Twister ears and butts.
Okay, you get my vote with Shaggin' Wagon right there, dude. 2 days.
Alright, so Rev says, World of Podcast Week. Sarah and Xia are stressing. Eat, drink, and party. Tarkonis has World of Podcast. Rose says a big stupid thing. 575 Queep. What big stupid thing did he say?
I know. I literally said that World of Podcasts is going to be this big stupid thing, and then you guys said no, it is a big stupid.
Yeah, it really is.
Joe has one. Tired of the horde. I decided to switch sides. Hello, Dalaran.
Boom! Welcome, Joe, to Felling Snod. I got it.
I know, he tweeted me. That's awesome.
Look, you could scan the code. I don't know what that does.
You know, I would join Phalanx of that, but Blizzard. Whatever.
Yes, after the show, please go over to where Sean in the chat room posted there's going to be a Hearthstone match between Tarkonis and Rho.
Yep.
Blizzard,
I'm up
Blizzard?
5-0 against him so far.
Oh, Blue Salmon got theirs in him. It says, missed live show too much. The pain has been too hurtful. Glad to be back, guys. And we're glad to have you back.
We are, Blue. Welcome back. Sorry you were hurting, though.
Hey,
I was
Blue.
And I was about to read Adam Skins, and I was realized that's not actually a haiku. He's just saying, "Welcome back to Joe." Welcome to Joe. So.
But read it in the style of a haiku.
Welcome to our Joe. I just made the switch as well. Fuck yeah, phalanx of nod.
That'll do.
Welcome to our Joe.
Our Joe.
Okay, Miss Copy Editor. Okay. You know what? After a few of these babies...
That voice, though.
Yeah. You are good. If you know what I mean.
I want beer. I want beer so bad. It's the one thing I really, really enjoy doing on this show, other than like saying ridiculous shit. And it's been ruined by an elbow to the eye. I could have been a podcaster if I didn't take that elbow to the eye.
Nice.
All right. Who's still in here with us?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I feel bad because, like, yeah. Yeah, there's people just posting all kinds of things and, oh, yeah, and it doesn't want to show me everyone here. Let me scroll down here. There we go. All right, we got Adams, Atticus, Blue, Tater, Sheffield Jen, Will, Daikatsu. Oh, hey, Daikatsu. How are you? I'm going to see Daikatsu in this week. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so anyhow, I'm going to see a lot of people this week. Drev, Dr. Dre, Fok Bok Bok, Homebrewed.
Homebrewed!
Homebrewed Hots.
Yeah.
So, Calypso.
Gypsy.
Calypso. A Calypso Gypsy. That would be kind of fun.
That would be.
You are now a Calypso Gypsy. Because it's exciting. Kilroy, Maslu, Pagan, Urshan, Rev, Ro, Rokar, Tar, Adam, Theo, Toast Post Can, Luthgrad. Tell it though.
Alright.
Do you want a sneak peek of my... Well, I got special footwear for Water Podcasts.
If it's not the robot slip... Oh. I was going to say...
It's orange! Oh, I love it.
I was going to ask you if it's those robot slippers from ThinkGeek.
They've not been worn, so it's okay to do that, by the way. I am not doing that after I wear them. Just saying.
Good call.
I really want those robot slippers from ThinkGeek. I would wear them to all the places.
But, well, so you're going to have the blue... You're going to wear the blue shirt, or are you going to wear the World Podcast shirt?
No, the blue shirt's for at night.
No. I'm thinking of
Hey!
Everyone knows it at this point.
You, down there.
No, I don't know. I know what I'm gonna wear. I think, kind of.
That's not a secret. No, that's not a secret. You know what? I am tired of this lock on my mouth that you have had, sir. It is this week. All the surprises. You know what? I'm about to say something. You ready?
Okay, do it.
I don't know. Everybody already probably knows this. Have we said this? The first 15 people with the Eventbrite thing?
No.
Is that
Wait, what?
We told everyone that, right?
It's news to me.
Wait, this is news to me too.
It's news to 8 down me.
No. Okay, so here's the thing, and if you're here's a little bonus to you. If you registered on Eventbrite and you're listening to this show, then good for you, because here's the thing. The first 15 people that get to the registration table that had signed up through Eventbrite, because we have a list.
Doesn't matter what order you did.
Right. We can check your names. The first 15 of you that show up getting a World of Podcast goodie bag. And it's quite the goodie bag.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
You know what? I might have seen a picture of some of the sexiness that comes with those goodie bags.
Of course, the only problem that's going to come in is someone signs up on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not going to have those names printed out with me.
So, if you haven't signed up yet...
If you haven't signed up yet, you're out of luck.
Do it now.
Signed up basically already.
I may have to shut down the Eventbrite pre-sign-ups and just say...
Actually, you probably should now.
No, wait. In all fairness, do it Monday noon.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because people listening to this show will be like, oh shit, I gotta get on that. Monday noon, noon. What are you in? Eastern? Monday noon Eastern. Because we have to pick Eastern because of the eye that's bleeding.
It's not bleeding. It's stitched up. Can't you see?
Whatevs, man. Whatevs. Monday noon. Okay.
Ow, that
is when you close that. What'd you poke it for? Monday noon. Is when you close the shit down. Okay, close the shit down. Monday noon. That's what you got Eastern time, and at that point, all bets are off.
Yep.
Oh baby. Number 20.
Man, I want one of those.
Yes.
You know how to get one of those?
Loot crate.
I don't know how you get one of those. I mean, we send them out, but like.
I know how I got it.
I know how you got
loot crate.
You got to roll a crit with Will, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you see, I want a D20 that has 20s on every side.
We're working on it, Ro.
Awesome.
We are working it. They might not be this size though. They might be this kind of size, but
that's fine.
We're working on it.
Velvet, I apologize. We are not going to have extra goodie bags. That is one thing we are giving away.
They are a very limited thing. I mean, these goodie bags, very few people are going to get them, but they are pretty darn awesome.
But
we've got
consolation,
lots of other stuff we're giving away too.
We do have consolation prizes. I wish I wasn't staff because I want a goodie bag. That's how fantastic they are.
I am a consolation prize right here.
Boom.
I'm fine with that. That's a consolation. You're not a consolation prize.
Oh no, I am. Darrie is like the main prize. I'm like Darrie's like you come in and like there's Darrie and like the drunk people that roll in. Oh, there's Will, and I'll be like, yeah, I am.
All right, I want to go play some Hearthstone, guys.
All right, so Rho, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Rowow, RHOWOW. They can find the Realm Maintenance Podcast at Realm Podcast, or find the site at realm-maintenance.com. And I also do the Flex Mode Podcast, which you can find at stormridecast.libsyn.com. It's a podcast where we make up a whole bunch of shit about WoW lore.
All right. Will?
You can go to d20crit.com, where we embrace the geek. And at d20crit.com, and also D20 anything. You can go to the Twitters and the Instagrams and all the other kind of social media stuff, and there you'll find us. And it's awesome. We love you. That's it.
All right.
Boom.
You can find me on Twitter at Seraphis. I'm on PlayStation Network now. Seraphis Prime.
Sorry, why do I not have your friend? What's going on?
Yeah, why aren't we friends yet?
What?
Well, I got it when I thought you were mad at me about the whole like green screen thing. So.
I'm always mad at you.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you want to add me, Seraphis Prime, I am on there every so often, and I'm still on Xbox Live. Amish Space Mafia. That's me. I'm right there. Amish Mafia. All right, Xia, yourself in the show.
Hi.
Hey.
Right, so ITSXIA. That's how you can follow me on the tweeters. Right, so the show, all sorts of wonderful magical places that you can find this hot mess. The Sundering.net is where we can be found online. We have a Twitter handle. Please give us a follow, tweet to us, because we like tweets. At the Sundering, go over to our Facebook page and give us a like at facebook.com/the Sundering. Dill pickled chips.
That sounds delicious.
Not a fan.
I haven't had those.
Not a fan.
I'm actually interested. Are they kind of like the salt and vinegar chips?
Yeah.
A little bit more dill, if you know what I mean.
I like salt and vinegar. I like salt and vinegar chips. Anyway, keep going. Show stuff.
Right, so...
Power through.
Right, so and then the youtube.com/the Sundering podcast is where you can find previous episodes on video and what have you. Also subscribe and like those videos. We have a Steam group. Feel free to join it. It's called the Sundering. We have a phone number, 323-SUNDER-0 or 323-786-3370. Yes, the monkeys will cut you off if you talk too long. Sorry. Fucking monkeys. And then we have an email, of course. His email is sunderingpodcast@gmail.com. Dick pics go to Ray, who wasn't here tonight, but he still enjoys them. Tip ones go to us. And then we are a very proud Catalyst Gaming Media show, catalystgamingmedia.com. Lots of other great shows, podcast, World of Podcast. Wil and Rho are brandishing items and fingers and gang signs and and then of course our intro is courtesy Boxing Fox, crazy ska band. in German, I believe it was. And so, as always, thank you everyone who submitted FOSS questions and what have you to our show tonight. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Rho and Darrie. Thank you, even though you're probably in bed now. And then fucking as always, download us, invite us into your home, your ears, your head. We just want to be inside you.
Next time, we podcast from Anaheim.
Woo! Booyah!
Shit, I could have made a fucking better episode.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.